As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down. So Ohio State's offense will get the ball first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB, elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to knock that.
And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Hunt is in the air. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Huskies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games.
He's loose. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The inside handoff. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Gets it to the back. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Connection to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at...
Lets it fly! That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Firing deep. Makes the catch on the left. There we go. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Making side adjustments here. Handoff to the lone back. Still on his feet at the 40. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in the...
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in. And great start. Keep chipping away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Trying play action. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Stealing a score on special teams. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. It did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Looking left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in. And that is a good sign for this offense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense wants to bring the heat. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Got it in the middle, it's Porter. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now on first down from the 28. To the air, it's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Escapes the pressure going right.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And deep.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit.
He lets it fly. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Found the spot in the defense. Running free. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Washington.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, first and 10. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And here they come, almost all the way back. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. And the quick shuffle pass. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 31. Running behind that left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got the score.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Power football with the run. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage.
Flying out to the left. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will put them up here in the second half. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Give to the running back. Nice move there. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Quick strike complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. This guy's going after a day sort of like the one Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93, already well on his way.
And Joey Galloway had that Bayou speed, that Freaky Friday speed, and he's got it too. I mean, just such a dynamic weapon on the outside. It's a good idea to find him and throw him the football early, in the middle, and late.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Somehow got the screen into that traffic.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Oh, man, they've already lost 1 quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost 1. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Great place to start for this offense. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use...
Turning it on! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive with a pass. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Washington right back to the line. They're looking to throw on second and short. It's complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down and a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Got a little space. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Here's the give off the left side. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Looking for room. It's ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Jennings. Throws to the tight end. And they are in for the score here late in the 4th quarter.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. These corners going to give them some space. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right?